Chapter 8. The Afternoon. "I'm leaving," Grau stated bluntly as the team sat around the briefing table. Gus and Valka stopped tucking into plates of meat and root vegetables long enough to share a glance, then looked to Anna. Marco's expression remained neutral. Anna waited a couple of breaths. Are you going to elaborate?" "Glad you asked. I've had comms with another team in the city. I won't bore you with the details, but things are hotting up, and they need me more than you." Grau paused, looking around to allow for the inevitable protests, but there were none. "You've always known you weren't the only team on the ground, but this news about Aline Vocc is big, and I've passed it on to them, being as they're better equipped to deal with it currently. Plus, it's on the other side of the city, so it's way more convenient than all of you poodling over there in your crappy van. I've arranged an RV far from here. I'll be picked up and join their team for the foreseeable." Anna looked mildly irritated, which meant she was probably on the verge of shooting Grau in the face, based on her previous actions. "I'd have preferred to be informed of this before you sent mission-critical information over an insecure net." "Well, too bad," Grau met her comment with a shrug. "Look at it this way," he went on. "I've narrowed down your options, so you know what target to hit next. You're welcome." He turned to leave, then added, "For everything, actually." He picked up one of the team duffels, full of God knows what, and shucked it over one shoulder as he headed to the exit. "You're just going to let him leave, boss?" Valka said to Anna, flicking his head in Grau's direction. She nodded slowly. "I don't really have a choice. This was always part of the plan. The fat dickhead has local knowledge, plus an alarming amount of logistical and strategic planning experience. He'll be running cells all over the city as they trickle in." "Obviously we can't know anything about them," Gus interjected, shaking his head in disbelief. "How does he do it? The NEP should have shot him as soon as he surrendered." "He's good at making himself useful," Valka snorted. "As much as I hate the prick, he is pretty good at squaring us away." "Segno," said Marco, in such a tone that the terrorist stopped in his tracks. "Weapons." "Ah, yes," the fat man said, looking slightly embarrassed that he might have left without mentioning it. "My contact will be here tomorrow morning. His name is Eamon Darb. Make sure someone is here to meet him. He probably won't wait." As Grau opened the pedestrian door cutout in the huge warehouse entrance shutter, "I think you'll like what he's got in store for you," he smirked, and he was gone. "Great," Gus started as soon as he left. "He's compromised our position to a complete stranger now. Fuck my life, that man is hard to work with." "Just roll with it," Anna sounded annoyed, but she reined it in. "Fast and loose. Like he said, we've got a target." "Yeah," Valka said as he swallowed the last of his food, chucking his empty plate on the table. "And how in the hells are we going to do this one?" "Snatch team," Anna shot back immediately. She shot a look at Valka's surprised expression like, "Yes, I've actually been thinking while you were sleeping." "We know Olu Salazar is living the high life in the festival village, that big fucking stadium thing we saw on the way in. He'll have a luxury apartment, dedicated personal security detail, probably some of those armoured goons on call if he needs it. No bones about it, this'll be several steps up from Nemi." "Okay, how do we snatch him?" Gus asked. "We don't even know what he looks like." "We go in as tourists, leave the van parked up somewhere with our gear close by, scout out the festival, ask around, look for autographs, whatever. We can use the opportunity to ID further targets when in there, but the point is he won't be low profile. He's not another Nemi. The fact alone that he's living in the festival site itself tells us he's embraced the celebrity status of being a Brigador. We can use this to locate him. Chances are everybody will know who he is if he's there. The whole city is gearing up for some celebration of them, far as I can tell. I don't think he'll be hard to find." The team mulled this over. "How do you want to do the snatch? Assuming he's got all the security, you say?" "Get him away from it," Anna replied to the recce man, looking slightly pleased with herself. "Soon as we get a positive ID of the target and his accommodation, move back to the van and gear up, leaving one man with eyes on the target. For this, I'd like you, Marco, to keep on him. Then to the other two. Sorry guys, but he's got far more experience at this low-profile shit than any of us. They both shrugged. You sure you'll be able to stay stood up that long with those gammy legs, old man? Vocc tapped the calipers encasing the older man's legs playfully. I'd outdrink, outrun, and outfight you even without them, metal boy, Marco stated simply. Vocc couldn't be sure if it was banter, but he laughed anyway. Anna continued. The rest of us will mount up and move to an RV that we'll arrange on the ground. Marco, can you make up a bigger flash bomb, say, yay big, on a timer? She gestured in front of her belly with her hands. Marco nodded. Great. You'll blow that at his apartment. His team will get him out of there, most probably by road vehicle, on a main supply route to whatever backup location they have. And we pick up Marco, then hit him en route, Vocc chimed in. Nailed it, Anna said. What do you think? Gus stood up and picked up the empty food dishes, before depositing them in the ablution area with a clatter. I think it's slack as fuck, like something out of a movie. I think it might work, though. Vocc took that as his cue. Not any worse than what we've done so far, so fuck it. Anna looked to Marco. The veteran stared back at her and responded in his usual, measured tone. Statistically, hitting a convoy in transit is easier than an assault on a fortified position, which the village will be. I agree with the idea. I don't believe we have the elements available to make a proper operation out of it, but we are fighting a guerrilla war, so I do believe we can make it work. Anna looked relieved. Plus, he added, the Saints are still with us. It will work. Anna didn't quite know how to react to that, so she just ignored it. Good, it's settled then. Prepare to make a lot of this up on the ground, boys, but the basic plan is set. Gus and Vocc, pack the van for an assault. I'll help Marco with his bomb. Marco raised an eyebrow. We're going to need to get it into the village, Anna explained, and I've got just the thing to get us past an inspection on the way in.